saying? And how I said like last week, I was, not really gaming at all. But this week, that's like I did a lot of gaming. You know what I'm saying? I did a whole lot. So those two things, and then updating some of my graphics for the stream, I'm super excited about. It really, took up most of the day, and then by the time I was like thinking about doing it, I was like, do I want to get on here and do this, or should I just wait till tomorrow? And it's already tomorrow, just cause like I don't know, that's crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. But let's get right into it, man. Welcome back to the Why I'm Geeked show. This is episode 10, bro. Double digits. We out here, bro. I don't know. When I make lists for, these episodes or like notes for it throughout the week, it usually is never like, okay, Monday I'm write this thing, like this thing specific happened. It's usually like just like I just sit down and think about all the stuff that's happened in the week, then I write it all down, and then something else might happen. I'm like, I don't know if I can fit all that in there, but it's a podcast, so that's part of it. But yeah, I don't know. It's the live factor. I still haven't gotten down to like, be consistent with the time. And I know all it takes is just to hit start streaming, but it's a lot, bro. It's a lot to like think about. But I'm sure in like episode 100, what I'm saying, it won't be such a big deal. Every time I want to start it, I'm gonna be able to just start it. So yeah, those are just some of my thoughts. Like I've expressed those multiple times, but let's get into the show. So first things first, man. Final Four. First game was a wash. Baylor blew them out. But that second game, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch any of the games. I watched like pretty much the last 2 minutes of the Gonzaga game because I was like I told you, I was playing the game, bro. I was playing the game a lot. Been running a lot of Destiny. I'm almost through with the story. By the time you guys are gonna be either watching this or hearing this, I'm probably already done with it. So there will be a review for Beyond Light on the channel at some point. But as far as like the Final Four goes, man, all I gotta say, bro, is that shot was crazy, bro. I was not expecting that. It was already in overtime. The fact that Johnny Juzang hit the freaking layup to end it, well, to tie the game up, and then Jalen Suggs freaking didn't even bat an eye at that, the fact that they tied it up again and went down and scored. I was like, bro, that's a crazy shot. And for them, hopefully that's not like, I guess like peaking for them. Like this is their moment because they're undefeated right now, which is crazy. But I'm not the biggest Gonzaga fan anyway. I don't want them to win, but I mess with Jalen Suggs. You know what I'm saying? I mess with Jalen Suggs. He's tough. I've been watching him since high school, and he's big time. He's big time. But that shot was ridiculous. Like, I mean, we've all seen half court shots, but to do that in the Final Four, that's what you call magic right there. That's what you call magic. But as far as like sports, there's been plenty of freaking trades. Like, that's kind of old news at this point. But that's really all I got for sports. Honestly, I haven't really been too into it. I'm kind of just waiting for playoff time for basketball, and just the championship, March Madness championship. So, other than that, I haven't really been paying too much attention to it. What I have been paying attention to is Invincible, bro. Like, there's so many good shows that are out now, and it's hard to keep track of everything I'm supposed to be watching just because I'm watching a lot of different stuff right now and making content on that stuff. So it gets a little hectic. But Invincible, bro, they released their fourth episode, and I realized they're gonna be doing them on Friday. So I think that Invincible is definitely gonna be different than your normal run in the mill superhero show, like, because the story that's being told right now, and just like the possibilities of, this whole universe is being built around us. It's crazy, bro. And I did a review on, or my first impressions of it, so I won't go too much into it this episode. But the main thing that I really got from last episode was, who is really telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Omni Man actually evil, and I'm gonna make a video on that this week at some point too. But, or it is this robot slash this thing that's like, reminds me of Snoke from Star Wars. Is he running the show? Like, who's really running the show at this point? But I just love, like, just the pacing, and just how, there's no wasted time, there's no wasted moment in the show. Everything counts, and I love that about it. As far as, My Hero, we finally got a good, like, start. Like, I feel like the first episode shouldn't have been the first episode. It should have been like a prelude or something to, basically connect us to what happened in the last episode of the latest season prior to this, because there are some things that I think are different, like the Nomu. Like, I think it had a different design, but I haven't gone back to check that. But this second episode got me excited. I wasn't excited after the first one, but anything that's involving Dobby, bro, I'm excited about, because the Todoroki family is messed up. Is messed up, and there's a lot of stuff to cover in there. And then also with Hawk's, secret double agent stuff that could be going on right now. Like, I'm excited to learn about that too. And just, seeing Deku actually master One for All, and the things that he's going to be able to do from that, and what we're going to gain from just him getting more experience and stuff like that. I feel like it's going to be a rough road getting there, just because of how My Hero usually does things. But I'm excited to see what happens. As far as Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the most recent episode was cool. It was cool. I think that if they can just continue to keep the excitement up, like, people will be satisfied. But what I really want these shows to do, especially with Marvel, is to connect the dots for future projects. So with this one, this might connect us to Black Panther 2, and especially with, like, the last scene of one of the Wakandan warriors, basically, is here to kill Zemo, and they've been leaving little breadcrumbs for Bucky to pick up. And I didn't notice it before, but now that I know that they're, in play, it's got my, gears turning about that. So I think that, it's going to be a solid show. I don't know if any groundbreaking things like how WandaVision had it will be in this specifically, but if they could connect the dots between some of these movies that are going to happen soon, I think that it'll be good for sure. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, so I brought back one of the series that I thought I was going to drop. That being Stamper Nah. So Stamper Nah was an original idea that I had not too long ago, and I just kind of like let it go, just because, like, it didn't look right, bro. It honestly did not look right. So I kind of dropped it and transferred it over to Sensei Reacts, because that's kind of what I was doing. Because I've talked about my formula for sure multiple times. I got a whole episode based on it if you guys want to go back and look at that. But for me, I want to have dedicated series for dedicated things, so that it can translate and connect, and kind of tell a story slash document, just my thoughts on a lot of stuff. And I was missing one for first impressions, and I was trying to think of a name to call that because, first you react to something, and then you get to see it for a little while. And this is like a show specifically for shows because with movies, you kind of really just get that first like reaction to like a trailer, and then you get straight into your review, and then you might theory craft after that point. But you know, with shows, it can be a lot more intricate. So with shows, I wanted to add in first impressions, so not just trailer reactions, but how I'm feeling within like the first 3 or 4 episodes, before everything really starts kicking in, just to give my thoughts at that point, because I think that's valuable to people that have seen maybe one episode of the show and kind of want to see something that not necessarily will spoil them for everything, but giving them a little bit more information or outlook or perspective on where the show might go. So I brought back Stamper on. I finally got the design right for it and the look for it. So I'm super excited about that because stamp and gnaw are slang terms, and it's not formal at all. But when you look at the graphic or logo that I made for it, um, it really stands out and kind of like portrays more, than what it seems. So it's kind of polarizing. I don't know a better word to describe it, but for the words itself, it kind of balances each other out, and I was super happy that I was able to do that because I've been trying to work on that for a while. And another one that actually trying to figure out is the G files, because the G files is my reviews, and I want that to not necessarily have like a specific like logo, but you know it could be a logo, it could be a title type screen, but I wanted to have something that's like unique to it, like nothing else like really stands with it, or I wanted to play off of something else, So those are my things. So like whether that happens soon or not, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Because the thumbnails I'm not necessarily worried about, but it's everything else that I want to, just continue to evolve and create better stuff as I go. Because what I'm building now is IPs, what I'm saying, that could lead to something else later on. And it's just all part of the process. But with that, and then the graphics revamp for my Twitch stream, everything's going to be connected and an easy transition for anybody that sees one thing. They'll be able to connect it to something else and just kind of just flow seamlessly through all of those things. And some of y'all might think that's like kind of a lot to not necessarily do, but like look into it. But I think in like the long run it'll make sense and it'll pay off, because that's just what I think. I don't know. It makes the most sense for me, for like somebody that's trying to build a network and trying to get shows off the ground and stuff like that, along with this pod, which I think is going to be another key thing to add to my repertoire. So that's why I'm gonna keep doing it. We are in double digits. That's a lot more than a lot of people can say that a pod lasted. So we're gonna keep on going. Next milestone, I guess, is 25, and we're gonna keep on going from there, bro. And it's like it's every week, so it's like I'm coming at y'all with something new, and it's just something cool to document. And I just like that. I like that a lot. Let's see. Oh, so next thing that I was gonna talk about, and I talked about it a little bit earlier, and that is Destiny, bro. So I not necessarily found the game, but I have gotten back to my roots. For those of you who don't know, Destiny was like the first thing that I ever pretty much streamed on a consistent Well, I guess it was semi-consistent basis because anytime I streamed, that's pretty much all I streamed. When I could, I was home on breaks and stuff. But I never really made YouTube content for it because I just didn't know how. Like I didn't know what I would make on it. And even to this point, I'm going to do a review for Beyond Light and um, just continue to play the game and get strong. But like I realized how much I missed it. Like after playing it for this week, and this might just be first week jitters. Like once I finish all the stuff that's in the you know um not necessarily like the season pass, but like the story and all the old stuff that I have missed, which I don't think is gonna be like a super long time. I could see that happening like this summer, especially if I play on like the consistent basis that I am. Like we'll get some new content by then, but I'm more interested in just adding it to my rotation. So whether I'm streaming during the day or at night, there's always something that I can do in Destiny, and um, I have like an actual goal now because before when all of this new stuff that was coming out, like Gambit, like the dungeons and stuff, like they weren't necessarily explained or worked out. There's a lot of things I didn't like about it, but I'm actually like really give it a try this time because before it was like, okay, I want to get strong for the raid, but I never really liked the raid, so it's like, why am I get strong? Or I want to play Crucible, but Destiny sometimes it can be too easy, and I don't feel like I'm being challenged. So like the part of Destiny that I loved was getting on and doing bounties and feeling a sense of progress and growth and just knowledge about the game because there's so much that I don't know anymore about Destiny that I used to know, like when the game was a lot smaller, um, to now where it's like if you talk to most like Destiny, not just Destiny streamers but players, like their game knowledge is like out the roof, and I miss that, what I'm saying. I miss that with like 2K back in the day. Like there was never really that much of like depth that went into the game, especially for like the mode that I played, which was my career. It was pretty cut and dry, but what did it for me was making mixtapes, and creating something new. But um once that game kind of like died out for me, I didn't know what to do. So I didn't know what to play because I was consistent at playing 2K and I was good at that game, but that was like the only game I was good at. And then once I got back into COD, it was like, oh, this is this whole new thing that I've always played COD, but you know, I'm very like, if you know me, bro, I'm very like, I wouldn't say hard headed, but like stubborn, or like I be stuck in my ways sometimes. So for me, like I'm not afraid of change, but like I like having like a routine, and that routine being great. Um, so what Destiny's doing for me now is allowing me to do a lot less like thinking about like what I can do with the game and just game. Like like I played the game for like a good amount of time today, and just was able to play and just enjoy it rather than like, oh, I gotta get this gameplay, like I gotta get this gun gold, like because things like that, like because I'm making content specifically for that, things like that, for me, gets me like a little anxious, and like I hope this is good. Like I know that like not maybe I'm not as good as another person's video, but I got this amount of kills, and like you know like because I'm running my own lane, but before like I had no direction. What I'm saying? Like I was just throwing stuff out there, but now since I've found like my little formula and the stuff I really want to talk about, like I feel like I'm gonna get in the groove where I'm gonna just be able to crank stuff out, like super crank stuff out, and just get better at speaking and creating content that is thought provoking and you know get to that point where like my goal is for like not only just this podcast but for like all my content to turn something into a conversation. So whether it's a trailer reaction or me explaining something, like that explanation could spark a conversation between two other people about, you know, something that they're passionate about too, or just know a lot about, whether that's Star Wars, whether that's, you know, a certain anime, or just, you know, just sparking conversation to, you know, gain new perspectives on things, because everybody's different. Everybody processes stuff way different. So, you know, I think the beauty in that is the conversation that happens between it when, you know, people are receptive to new ideas. So I know that was just like a huge rant, but that's like, you know, my goal for like my channel, and to get back into just being able to game. And with that being said, like I started streaming during the day more, and just playing like, you know, a couple hours here and there, and then being able to, like, after I upload and work out and stuff, be able to stream, and then, you know, have the rest of the day to myself to either, you know, edit or hop in a game of Warzone with the fellas, you know, for like maybe an hour, how long they can play. Like, that's cool with me, you know what I'm saying, because I could be consistent at that, you know what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm big on, is like consistency. So, and you can say that's not true just because I'm doing this at 2 o'clock in the morning, but I'm being consistent because I'm not missing an episode. So it's like just something that I am working on, and just, you know, I'm noticing throughout the week, and I'm excited about it. I'm geeked about that. So and another thing I did that I haven't really done before, well, I've done it but never really meant it, was set a goal. So I have a YouTube goal now, and I tweeted it out. If y'all not following me on Twitter, definitely do that. But, you know, I never really like put goals out there before. I've obviously always had goals, but, you know, I kind of like just worked on them in silence, I guess. You know, like I might talk about it, but I never like put a tweet out really that was obtainable. You know, it was always like a big picture goal that I would do. But like I finally did it. So my goal for my YouTube goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. And once I do that, you know, I can really start to see like where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Because with the growth on Instagram, like we're gonna hit 700 any day now. It just showed me like if I can grow on Instagram, I can grow anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And I want to become an authority on like the topics that I talk about, and just the way I do it, because I know that, you know, there's plenty of people that do reviews on stuff, but there's nobody that does them like I do, and adds like all the different layers to it. So like when you look back at, you know, a movie, you'll have all the pieces that, you know, go into like your regular viewing of it there for you, you know. And that's just like my goal. So like I'm gonna keep going hard at that. And yeah, if y'all haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, definitely do that, because, you know, I want to be able to get to the point where like I'm gonna be recording like multiple things, and maybe not necessarily daily, like Saturday and Sunday, just because I do need some type of balance, but to also like upload multiple times in the day, and just like get my editing like crisp, you know what I'm saying, and also get my actual like filming crisp, and, you know, find better transitions. Just continue to get better, bro, honestly, because I want to be the best. Like, I want to be the best I can be. So I'm just working. So that's like my little YouTube goal that I got. The next thing I got on my list, which we are getting down to the last few things, is merch. So as y'all can see, I got my hat on, right? So this is my growth hat. This is the logo, the G logo, on it, and I've gotten pretty much all my samples in now. So I'm basically going to start this rollout, man, and I'm thinking like by June, like I'm going to really start dropping stuff and dropping like major content on Instagram and on YouTube, about everything. And I'm so excited because I'm gonna start taking pictures now. So like when I start posting about this, like I'm not gonna stop posting. There's always gonna be something to post. So but everything is up now already. Like everything that I have coming out is out. So if you guys want to check it out, the links is in the description or it's in the panel below, wherever you at. But that's just search up Growth Apparel on IG and get that joint. But I'm super excited for the rollout because this is the first time I'm actually gonna do one, and there's so many things that I've wanted to do for a long time that I'm taking steps forward to doing, like documentary type things and just not being like afraid of it not being perfect, because like I'm gonna be like continue to do this forever, you know what I'm saying? So, and this is just like one aspect of it, because like what I got planned, bro, it's gonna be crazy. Like I'm not gonna get too much into it right now, but the goals for that, it's gonna set us up really nice to make something dope. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The last thing I got is on this list is the weather, bro. So we're in springtime, and here in the DMV, bro, it get crazy over here. So let me tell you about my week. So I cut the grass on like, what day was that? I think it was Wednesday. It was hot, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't super hot, but it was like warmer than it usually is. And then the next day it literally like snowed or like sleeted or like hailed or whatever. Like there was actually like it felt like it was snowing, you know what I'm saying, or freezing rain or whatever the next day. And I was like, bro, this is ridiculous. Like I was outside walking, exercising or whatever, and I was like, bro, now I gotta go back. And then it stopped and they didn't do it again. I was like, bro, this is crazy. But I'm super excited for this weather to really break in and start to get warmer out because content, bro, that's what I'm here for. And just continuing to do what we do, bro. So that's pretty much it. That's all I got for episode 10 of the Why I'm Geek podcast. If you have not, hit the follow button, hit that subscribe button. What else can you do? Hit the like button, rate the podcast, leave a comment. Do that now. If you made it to this point of the podcast, bro, I appreciate y'all so much, and all the feedback that I've gotten on the pod has really helped me out just to continue to do it. More is to come, and yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. I'm gonna try to be on time. I can't even say on time because I don't got time, but I'm gonna try to do a better job at finding the right time to do it. So I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. Hope y'all have a good day. Hope y'all had a good Resurrection Sunday or Easter, because by the time this comes out, that already passed. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. Y'all be easy. Y'all the vibes. Always keep it going. Keep going. Speed boy G. Peace.